Greetings folks. Here is part 3 of the story. My fiancé cheated on me with my father. By username throwaway 556 From r, cheating_stories Reddit page. Without any hesitation, let's dive right into this story. Hey everyone, I'm sorry I haven't updated in a while. I wish I could say I'm doing great, but that would be a lie. Everything hits me in waves. I go from just being numb to boiling with rage. I haven't had a happy moment since I found out. Other than a few friends, I don't really have anyone IRL, especially since my family turned out to be garbage. Quite a few things have happened since I posted last. It's been about a month. So this update will tell all that's been going on. After my last post, I decided to get the ball rolling on everything that needed to be done, like getting tested, finding a therapist, moving, and of course buying a new bed. I started by calling my doctor's office telling them I needed to get tested and to refer me to a therapist. I had my first appointment with a therapist 2 weeks ago, and we decided to continue once a week. I also got tested last week, but it'll be another week or so until I get the results, cross your fingers for me. I got in touch with a real estate agent friend of mine, and he sent me a ton of listings, and I decided on a refurbished cabin on the outskirts of my city. I finished moving 2 days ago. When I finished moving, I called Elle's parents. When they picked up, I told them I moved out and Elle had still yet to pick up her things, and that the landlord will start showing the apartment in a few days. So someone better pick her things up before the landlord throws it out. That must have lit a fire under them, because the next day my former landlord texted me thanking me for getting the apartment emptied out. No one knows where I live now other than the friend who set me up with this place, so I know Elle or my parents won't be dropping by. The only thing that sucks about this place is I traded a 10-minute walk to work to a 45-minute drive. My phone has been blowing up with texts and calls from Elle, both my parents and some of my friends, but I have no interest in talking to anyone other than my therapist. At work I've been a ghost. I go in to get my work done and leave. On the rare occasion I have to talk to someone, I put on my fake smile and pretend everything is okay. My boss from my previous post has been trying to check in on me more, but I don't really tell her anything either. I just tell her I appreciate it, but I'll be okay. Truth is, I don't know if I'll be okay. I get that time heals and all, but I feel like that's only relevant when you're dealing with one issue, not when you lose who you thought were the 3 closest people in your life all at once. A huge part of me died, and there's no chance of resuscitating it. The meetings with my therapist are going well. I suppose I've never done therapy before, so I have no reference on what good therapy is. We do get along all right, and she really seems genuine in wanting to help. The first session was us getting to know each other and delving into what brings me to her. Nothing in depth, but me just telling her what happened in my own words. The second session we went a bit deeper. She asked me about the relationship I had with my parents. I told her up until now it was great. We talked often and always communicated well when something was wrong, and that I grew up in a great home, but that all means nothing now. She asked why I cut my mother out of my life. I told her she said things to me I wouldn't say to someone I despised, then told her there's no way she can come back from that. At the end of our last session, I gave her the link to my page here so she can read more about how I feel and what's going on in my head. I feel like it's easier to type things out than it is to speak it. So, if you're reading this, hi doc. For now, I'm still miserable. I thought I'd be okay by now, not necessarily happy but okay. I know some of it is my own fault not communicating to my friends, but when I think about responding to them it just seems so exhausting. I know they'll want to get together or come to my new place, but I just don't have the energy to be around them. Until I do, I'll work, go to my appointments, and sit on my back deck sipping on some bottom shelf whiskey and try to enjoy this beautiful view. I haven't hunted since high school, so maybe I'll take that up again now that I can hunt from my back porch. Thank you all for reading this far. T. Shrock said, remember, boundaries are for what you allow in your life. As is obvious, only you have your own well-being as a priority. It is 100% acceptable and understandable to not allow any of those people back into your life. I am glad you are getting therapy. Learn to let go of any hate you may have. The old proverb, hate is like drinking poison and hoping another person dies from it, which in no way, shape or form mean you should bend those boundaries unless you change your mind. Throwaway 556 said, for now, the hate is the only drive I have right now, but I know that's not healthy and eventually I'll have to let go. Scary Inspector 8315 said, the gals of them to message you still. What does Elle or your parents even send you? Throwaway 556 said, I haven't opened any of them or answered any calls. I'm for sure not in the right headspace to deal with anything they have to say. I honestly don't think I'll ever open them. I'll probably end up deleting them because anything they have to say won't benefit me at all. It will all be for their own good and I am in no mood to be so selfless. Scary Inspector 8315 said, correct mentality right there. Quote, Much Recording 9444 said, I've been following your posts. You're doing great. The amount of strength you exude is something that I can admire and respect. Not a lot of people cut everyone off and start from scratch. Damn, my only worry for you is that you'll go back on the progress you've made if you run into those three. It will feel like the shit hit the fan again. Just don't become an alcoholic. That shit will turn the misery you feel into a cesspool of negative emotions. You'll be drawn by the effects of alcohol and love how it numbs your sadness and makes you feel good, but it will only drown you in resentment and anger. You deserve better. But for now, my respects to you. Throwaway 556 said, I have only a small chance of running into them unless they come to my work, but building security already knows not to let them up. I am only worried if I see my father. I don't think I would be able to stop myself from doing worse damage to him. Beneficial Cicada 772 said, I hope your test results come back clear. I know you are going through a tough time, but eventually you are going to be where you need to be, and I wouldn't want you to try and reconnect with your friends and have them not respond. They will feel like you turned your back on them because they don't have the full story. Who knows what your ex is telling them? Let them know with a text or email what happened and that you need time alone right now to figure yourself out. If they are truly your friends, they will understand and wait for you to heal. I wish you the best. Throwaway 556 said, they all know what happened and we hung out the night I told them, but when I got home, I thought it was exhausting, so I just don't answer my phone unless it's work, the bank or my therapist. I know I should write them a message telling them that I need space, but I still appreciate them, and I'll probably do that after I get off here. Life Yogurt Closet 98 said, atop the self-pity party. All you're doing is running away from the friends. From the friends. The others can chew foil, but don't run away from the friends. And when you become an empty shell of a person, all you'll do is justify why you're replaceable. Reach out to your friends, admit what happened. Live a life op. It's hard but necessary. Throwaway 556 said, I told my friends the day after my second post they knew all that happened, and we spent the night talking, but when I got home, I just thought that was exhausting. I might be in a self-pity party, but I don't want to be pitied by my friends. They have their own lives and their own problems, and I don't want to burden them. Quote, Life Yogurt Closet 98 said, that may sound noble, but it's not. Let them decide if you're a burden. Some may really want to be there for you. It's exhausting having to handle the same questions again and again. But that's what happens when people care about you. Don't spurn that. Also, your mom was lied to, don't forgive her. But clear the air one time. Let her speak, tell her what she said was too much and you're done with her. That should be enough closure. Throwaway 556 said, maybe eventually I'll clear the air with her, but for the foreseeable future I will be putting myself first, and seeing her would do nothing for me at this point. I'll be texting the group chat with my friends telling them I need space, but I appreciate them looking in on me after I get off of here, but for now that's all I have the energy for. It was great OP was able to get his life in order and seek help from his therapist. OP doing a great job in having no contact with L whenever a situation like this happens. It is best to not have any contact with them again and to just straight up ghost them and give them your backbone. Always focus on yourself while improving and repairing your well-being. All other things are unimportant at the moment. It is never easy to move on from being cheated on, but I hope that OP will.